Nigeria. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jennifer Sonko here with my amazing co-host Ibrahim Abalde.
People believe in saying, you know, leave everything in the hands of God. It will be okay.
You say people believe. Don't you believe? Do you believe?
Well, I believe at some instances there are things that you leave in the hands of God. But God said, help yourself before I help you.
So tie your cow.
So the situation of a people will never change except they stand and brace up to change their situation.
Excellent. And having heard that khutbah, I would say good morning, Geneva.
I can see that these days you're into motivational.
You're feeling so...
He's a motivational speaker. It's getting into your system.
You are feeling so lackadaisical today. What is the problem?
Are you? She doesn't look lackadaisical or sound lackadaisical.
She looks lackadaisical.
That's a lovely word, by the way.
Yes.
which the English mispronounce. Most English people say lackadaisical.
Laxa.
And it's not correct. It's lackadaisical.
It's lacka.
Beautifully pronounced.
We speak the British
You
English.
know, he's. I see some motivational thing, Mr. Ade.
He might start writing motivational books.
Yeah,
doing
or writing
motivational
books.
videos.
Like how to become a millionaire. Books like that.
I think I have to take that path.
Writing books, right? Like how to become a millionaire when you're not.
I have a friend who's written such a book, and he's not a millionaire, which I find quite ironic.
Yeah.
Like, how are you telling people to become millionaires
when you're not
yourself
one?
are not one?
Maybe he is, but does not want to like expose it.
No, trust me, he's a friend. I know. He's a friend. I know he's not. So,
but for me, Mr. Ade, if I was a millionaire, I will not I will not say it out loud.
Of course, I get that.
In this very toxic situation.
No, I get that.
You cannot talk about that, though.
I get that, but he's not a millionaire.
Should be under the carpet. Anyway, so we have the newspaper review. We have our African proverb here as well as usual. So on social issues today, we'll get to call Alaji A.F. Jallo in Basse URR to take a look at the flood situation in Basse.
There's been some flooding.
Well,
yes.
You know, just for him to update us. And on the click segment, we'll be joined by ST Birkama Boyo. He's actually championing a tree planting initiative. You know, apart from singing, use your influence to do something else, and that is exactly what he's doing.
And he's going to turn up this time, is he?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yes, so Ibrahim, what's the African proverb?
Yes, I'm just seeing a pop-up from a press release from the Islamic Council, but I think we'll read it later.
Okay.
Yes. And the African proverb reads, the sheep will spend its entire life fearing the wolf, only to be eaten by the shepherd.
The sheep will spend its entire life fearing the wolf, only to be eaten by the shepherd. This is because even in normal life, you have relationships with individuals, and the people that you feel are the closest, or they care more about you,
and your protectors,
and they show you that they want to protect you and your interests. These are the people that do not even care at some point, or these are the people who will even, jeopardize whatever you have, or, talk bad about you sometimes because they are closer to you. They know more about you. They can spread lies more than any other person can spread lies because they're closer. And then the person maybe you feel is the opposite might not even have the time to do so.
Yes.
It reminds me of a song. Your worst enemy could be your best friend.
Yes.
And your best friend, your worst enemy.
That is why.
Robert Nestamali.
Indeed.
So, Mr. Ade, for me, that is why, you know what I believe in as an individual? I believe in having a small circle
of
people.
Friends, of people.
Like, my circle is so small, it's so tight. Like, I ensure it is extremely tight to an extent that it's not a lot of people that I'm open to telling my business. And my business, sometimes it's not like something critical, You have to live that kind of life to be able to survive in the space that we're in now.
I'm smiling because we are Africans.
We are.
Sometimes we can't, even when we want to keep a small circle. We are the people who believe in extended family in the way that Europeans don't.
I don't.
And so because of that, you can't choose your family. Sadly, you can choose your friends, obviously, but you can't choose your family, and your family may know as much. In fact, of course, they will know more about you than anyone else. So I get what you're saying, that when it comes to choosing your circle of friends, keep them small. Keep them
very
small.
tight. Like you have to be like stingy about it.
Yeah.
Don't be open, because we like, as during the pandemic, as we say, trying times.
Yeah.
We are in trying times where you do not know who is who is going to like talk behind your back, say bad things about you. So the best thing you can do is to vet, first of all. We're in that situation, we're in that world where you even have to vet people who come close to you, people, what information these people are privy to, and what you feel you need to share or do not want to share.
Absolutely.
And also the advice is to always get a mentor, because the mentor is that supreme figure, the person that you see up there, that in a normal circumstance, most of the time, these are responsible individuals who wouldn't have the time to be with your peers to say things. So these are people you can look up to and always confide in them, rather than just any random individual, to be safe.
Well, sometimes all the disappointments come from people that you least expected. I mean, they will do certain things to you. But I mean, it's also good to get close to certain family members, you understand? Like you mentioned, this is Africa. This is what we believe, you understand? The settings that we have in our society is you grew up in a compound, you know, you live together with your siblings, you live together with the whole family. You know, that's how
that's what you want.
Yeah, that's how I live.
But
Yes. But he said it. He said that is the kind of life. He said he has to live with his family no matter what.
There is nothing wrong of, okay, making a decision too. I want to live alone because of certain things. You understand? You know, people are different the way we think. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that. Yes, but I think it's also, you know, good to have people that you trust. If you live in a circle where you don't trust people, I don't think there's a need to live in their midst too.
Yeah, but Mr. Ade, what's your take? Are you like an extended family kind of person, or more of nuclear space, you know, connection?
Yeah, I'm it's funny because when I've been listening, I've been kind of smiling inside and maybe even outside, because I can be a very, very solitary person. When I first moved to the Gambia, for the first 18 months, I rented and lived in a 6-bedroom house all by myself.
What?
And trust me, I didn't miss anybody's company. I enjoyed my own company. But I grew up, there are 5 of us, so I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And I have cousins who are as much my brothers and sisters as my actual brothers and sisters. And we lived at various times in each other's houses. And so from those people, but even those people, there are times when, you know, we meet online these days, and I always say to them, tell us something you've never told any of us. And usually when you tell them, because they think they've always known you, they say, oh, what? So it's a shock. So even to those that you have kept close and who you trust and you value, there are always things that only you know, and they don't know. But I get the point you're making, and that's what this proverb is about. There are many people who you trust them. And I on a previous this morning, I had mentioned a friend of mine who's now studying for a PhD, who had been sexually abused by her father's brother. They all lived in the same compound in Sierra Leone. And when she went to the police, her father turned on her and said, you're disgracing the family. And now she should have felt she could trust her uncle, her dad's own brother. So, you know, this proverb talks about people who you think might be your protector. Those are the very people who know most about you and are also closest to you that could possibly hurt you.
At some point, you can be lucky, I mean, to be from a family that you are so close to and you trust each other very well. And maybe the way they brought you up with the other children, I mean, you have that cordial relationship whereby you trust each other to an extent you can do without each other. You understand? Yes. If you look at most of the setups the settings that we have in this country, for me, actually, alhamdulillah, I'm lucky to be from a family that you know, I and my brothers, we share almost everything. I have like 3 brothers and 2 sisters. You know, we share everything. You know, but we still live together in one compound.
You know, whenever I see that, I like it, because there are ones where it's all cordial, but it's not always the case.
Yes. So it's like some people are lucky to have that, others are not lucky. I mean, if at all you lived in certain compounds, I mean, it will be violence upon violence.
Stuff like
you know,
that.
a whole lot of stuff. So I think for for that being the case, moving and living maybe alone would be the solution.
Yeah, for me personally, I like my personal space.
Yeah.
I do not like.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just, you know, mentally, I'm just like into my own private space, just being alone. Because at the end of the day, like when I was growing up, like being raised by my grandmother, you can see that I was the only child there growing up. Like I did not have like a maid to like play with so I'm just used to myself and you know, going to school, coming back. So I really never had a maid where I felt the need to like run around, play with anybody. So growing up now, it's just me, and I'm okay with being alone, and it's my peace, really.
That's it. And I think it can come from birth. And I say this because I remember growing up, my parents always used to tell the story that of all their children, I was the only one who never cried. To the extent where they took me to the doctors to say, what's wrong with this child? He doesn't cry.
We're like, why is the baby not crying?
Yeah. You know, apparently I would wake up and everybody would be sleeping. I would never wake them up with my crying. I would just sit in my cot until everybody... And they're like,
that's so funny.
And my parents always used to tell this story. Obviously, I was too young to remember that, but my parents always told it. And so
then you're just there.
I'll just be there. And so I can be like that. I can be very kind of self-contained. And growing up, for example, as I'd mentioned before, I'm not shy now, but I used to be very shy. And I used to just sit in a corner just reading books. Or, you know, every now and then I'd go out and play football with my friends who live close. But I was very kind of...
You were reserved
child. And so a lot of people didn't know a lot about me. So this thing about, you know, not exposing yourself, like this sheep, which is depending on this guy saying, oh, this guy's looking after me, he's feeding me. He doesn't know that he's feeding you to fatten you up for the day when you're going to get slaughtered. You know? So...
It's crazy. This is scary. Mr. Ade, the way you just put it is scary, please.
but that's the sheep. The sheep is worried about something else. And yet the very closest thing is the one that's one day going to
eat you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so Ibrahim, I think we can go for a short break now. And when we come back, we'll head right on to the newspaper review. We'll be right back.
Cool.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Fun Kanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using IFA Kanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. IFA Kanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
You just realized something? Welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So Ibrahim, I think we can head right on to the newspaper review here. On Forea, I have that Sena Bombay, 2 others appear at High Court, and also TRRC denies Jungler's amnesty. It's just the usual breakdown of the whole TRRC recommendations. 5 Gambian journalists face charges before Children's Court for violation, and also fuel marketing companies threaten to stop operations if government fails to review current price. And also Gambia College graduates narrate their difficulty at accessing their attestation and just all the challenges that they get to face at the Gambia College. And also Nawek oil spill kills dozen of animals rather, destroys homes and farms in Cambridge.
Okay, does it say dozen?
Oh.
Dozen.
Is it the same oil spill?
So you read it right, even though they wrote it wrong. You corrected it.
Yeah, my mouth just came.
You corrected it. When you talk about oil spill, I think about the Mandinering incident. Is it the same thing?
Oil spill?
It is the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same one.
All right. We have the Point newspaper, and the Chinese embassy renews commitment to one China policy amid U.S. speaker visit Taiwan. And of course, we have How COVID-19 vaccination normalizes traveling for Gambians. Minister Gomez advises TVET institutions to capitalize on IP regime. Over 6,000 beneficiaries receive cash transfer in CRR and NBR.
On the flood? Is it the flooding?
Well, it's not indicated. I mean, that's how the headline is. But I think when we go into detail...
So let me pose a question to both of you. You just read the headlines.
Sure.
You haven't read the sports headlines, which you should have read about the silver medalists.
Yeah.
But that's all right. But let me pose a question. What's the big story that's missing? If you were a journalist, what's the big story from yesterday that's missing from today's? I know we've only got 2 newspapers. It's not meant to put you under pressure or anything like that. But if it doesn't come to you, it doesn't come to you. I'll tell you what. The president and his family, the first family, they registered,
they registered
for the ID scheme. None of them have it on the paper. Is that serious?
Right.
I mean, like Gambian media, are you serious?
That is. You're right about that.
This is like, go and tell them. It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
It's the biggest.
And yet, none of them have the story.
Yeah.
I'm astonished.
Yeah, but it was a good thing to see the president and his family take the lead.
Yeah.
At least, no matter what, fine, we know most of the time they do not go to presidents. Most of the time when they get sick, they get to travel. You know, that it's a concept that when presidents get sick and first families, they don't believe in their own health systems in their countries. So at least this is like
it's a double-edged thing, because when we had a discussion about 4 or 5 years ago, Buhari in Nigeria, every year he goes, I mean, on one occasion he went to London for 4 months.
Yeah.
They were saying that it was because of security concerns, that's why some of these African presidents don't get treated in their own countries, which begs the question whether, you know, you can secure the president surely, even in the home. But you're right, and also the medical scheme, the national insurance scheme, which covers you medically once you've registered, also says that people who belong to a private scheme cannot. And I would imagine the president probably belongs to a private scheme.
But obviously as a head of state, he should take the lead.
But he has to take the lead. And he made quite a good speech afterwards, asking people to get on board with this, both with the birth certificate and for registering for the national health, because it's the only way you can benefit. And as he said, what he said was spot on. He said, for development, you need statistics and you need data.
To move.
If everybody is registered, then you know. I mean, to be honest, and I've said this many times before,
the truth.
When I hear people talk about the population of the Gambia, in a country where outside of Banjul you don't have addresses, it's guesswork as to what the population is. Because you can't point to street, Genaba Sonko Street, and say 10 people live, because there is no Genaba Sonko Street. And so it's guesswork. If people are registered for this and they register for other things, it gives you a better example, you know, idea rather, of you know, you want to do sampling and data collection and so on. And so he made that statement, and it was spot on.
It's funding, and also, apart from funding, community needs, because you determine community needs based on the population, based on just what is there. And, you know, population really matters in whatever that you do, and, you know, directly what it reflects. Just the day before yesterday, I was reading about MBS in Saudi Arabia, how really he's able to, you know, change things in Saudi Arabia.
Mohammed bin Salman.
Yes, Mohammed bin Salman.
There's, on such friendly terms, he's MBS to Geneva Sonko. Whoa!
Yes. So you can see how, because he, you know, came into power in 36 years, that kind of, because in Saudi Arabia, the population, most of the people there are like 30 or under 30, according to the statistics.
Very young population.
Very young population. That really connected to what he was doing. So when I saw that, I was like, really, age, population, understanding age brackets and everything really helps when it comes to development.
I'm glad you used that example, because that's one of the ones I was going to use, that it gives you age demographics.
It does.
If you have the statistics, you can say, okay, X amount of my population are this age, X are this. Statistics can help you enormously.
It can.
Absolutely.
It can, as to knowing what you target.
So if you want to choose an actual story
on health insurance, maybe we can look at it.
It's the same one as in the scheme.
Yes.
So So moving on, Gambia college graduates narrate their difficulty in accessing their attestations. I think.
So what exactly is the problem?
So the problem is that when they finish, you need to get an attestation to either go do your undergraduate
Sure.
or just, you know, look for a job or do something else, but they, you know, go through so much
Sure.
just to be able to get that document. But that's not just unique to them.
Right.
It's just higher education, tertiary institutions in the Gambia.
I know because our colleague Choi, it took him a while to get his. He was already here, working here, and I was surprised. And so I couldn't quite understand why it was a problem.
Yeah.
Because obviously they keep the data. They should be able to turn this stuff out on request or on demand.
Yeah, but I think UTJ is improving, really. I didn't go through any difficulty, to be honest.
Well, there you are.
When I was getting mine, I don't know. But
Yeah, because they thought we better make sure Jennifer Sonko gets, or it will be a
to
news story on QTV. So
I think they just, you know,
that could have been.
Things just need to improve.
Indeed.
You know, we are talking about digital economy. You know, this is all under digital economy.
And
you do not even have to go to your school to get your attestation. You can simply print it out, let them get an electronic stamp or whatever. Let them make sure you don't have to line up.
Again, you're referencing the president without probably knowing that. He mentioned this about, you know, he said digitalization is the future.
That's all.
And he said we have to be
and you know
up to speed on that.
Honorable Usman Ba, president of digital, Minister for Digital Economy and Communication.
Yes.
I don't know if he knows this, but there's a lot on his shoulders.
Listen, I'm one of those who's going to be not just on his shoulder but on his neck, because he has a huge job.
He has a huge job.
And I say this, and I hope he or somebody at his ministry is listening. They could start by updating every single government website. 90% of them are out of date. You don't have to take my word for it. Just go online and find out.
And you know what? At the National Assembly, I saw how they are removing subsidies in groundnuts, as well as oil. You know, just to make sure that they accommodate these ministries, because they are referencing that because of the coming of these ministries, obviously it's two new ministries, public service, as well as the digital economy. It's going to add, you know, expenses.
Of course, you have the minister, you have his whole people, staff, offices, the whole lot.
So this needs to work, Mr. Ade, because considering what things that we are having to subtract from our budget
like
to ensure they survive.
I mean, all eyes are on him and his ministry, and they have to deliver.
They have to.
Because there is the expectation and there is the criticism. We can't get away from it. It's a fact. And people are talking about it. We can't kind of pretend it's not. And of course, for us in the media, of course, digitalization is key. You know, a lot of people now read their stuff online rather than, although people still buy newspapers.
But Mr. Ade, so what, with also like digitalizing things, you know, something that needs to be done is that online media. I'm not saying this because I want censorship or anything, but Mr. Ade, regulations have to be put in place.
It's difficult.
It's difficult, but it's too much.
You know, online means it's worldwide, and so the reason I say it's difficult, even in advanced economies and in certain places where they regulate. For example, you know, my friends who live in Dubai, they can't send, you know, WhatsApp messages, voice WhatsApp messages. They're banned or blocked.
That is too extreme.
You know, and so you have people who regulate, you know, the media in that way. And one of the reasons they regulate it is because, you know, I don't know what it is about social media particularly, but people seem to think that because you're on social media, you're entitled to be insulting and abusive and so on. And I say this just in, for example, in a discussion that myself and others were having about just about football. Within 5 minutes of exchanges, it started getting insulting and abusive. And I'm thinking, I wrote to one of the guys, I said, mister, just chill. We're talking about football. We're not talking about life and death.
And but you know what? Just yesterday, we were having this discussion with Mr. Butch. In Gambia here, I'm not saying accept my perspective or my opinion, but people should not be, like they are like, you should not have an opinion. Because this is not by force. You're not going to get a trophy or a medal after debating or taking any getting $1 million. It's about coming up with just informed
some
decisions.
people
and exchanging views. And people can have divergent views. We don't all have to agree.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, otherwise.
But the moment you have a different view, the amount of insults that you receive.
You know, and the worst thing is, some people are very good at it. I mean, you just bring an idea to them or what you think, and it would be a big debate. I mean, and they will be ready for it.
But it's healthy.
You know?
But my problem...
Debating is healthy, as you rightly say.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, part of what, you know, sort of intelligent society should do.
But, and debates that are not like based on Sky Talk.
Exactly.
Yeah. So newspapers, what else is on there?
I think we have to let you go.
Yes.
But then, you know, congratulations once again to the Gambia Judoka Fainjai.
Yeah, Fainjai.
Bringing medal.
Yeah, I hope people saw
Silver
the interview with Gachaga.
Yeah.
And he even had a cut lip at the end of it was one of the toughest fights in the whole competition so far, and he lost by, they could not split them right till the end. I mean, they had to allow them to go on to see if they could get a winner, because up to then the judges had scored them equally. I mean, and he fought a very good guy, Powell from England, and but yeah.
Congratulations.
And we wish him well in the Islamic Games.
Yeah,
hopefully he'll get gold there.
Looking forward to that. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Ade.
Pleasure.
All right, we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will be right back.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Sherry, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motors services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espas Motors.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With the touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
So welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So Ibrahima, we have a press release here from the Supreme Islamic Council.
Yes.
I think they've been doing quite well when it comes to communicating.
Updating people.
They've been updating people, giving us all the information that we need and on time. I don't know who the communications person is, but thumbs up to the individual. You're doing well.
Go ahead.
Big up to the Imam Ratib. We call it big up to the Imam. Do you big up the Imam Ratib?
It's okay to big up. It's fine.
Yes,
big
indeed.
up or small up?
Big up, guy.
All right. This is the press release from the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council, and it reads: the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council is hereby the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council, in collaboration with the Office of the Imam Ratib of Banjul, wish to inform all Muslims in the Gambia that the first day of Muharram, the first month of the Islamic calendar, 1444 was on Saturday, the 30th July 2022. Therefore, Yawmul Tahua will fall on Saturday, the 7th, and Asura on Monday, the 8th August 2022. In view of the above, Muslims are reminded the importance of fasting these 2 days, the 9th and the 10th of Muharram, as reported by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah's blessing be upon him. In this regard, the Council is hereby congratulating all Muslims, Ummah in the Gambia and beyond on the New Year. May Allah the Almighty bestow His blessings, peace, stability, and unity in the Gambia and the Islamic Ummah at large. And it's from the Supreme Islamic Council.
Meaning to that. So the Islamic New Year.
The Islamic New Year. Well, you know, I mean, the surprising thing is that people will get to the Islamic New Year without even realizing. For me, actually, it's like, for me, I don't know the Islamic New Year, you know, except if I see people posting, you know, and sharing certain things. I know, wow, we are already in the New Year. So,
and it's interesting you say that, because we are living in a Muslim country, majority Muslim country, I should say. Let me correct myself, a majority Muslim country. And yet you would think that it would matter.
It should matter.
And yet, as you rightly say, it's the Roman calendar New Year, 1st of January, which gets the big hoo-ha and the big celebration. Even, you know, here on QTV, you know, New Year is where we go out and, you know, we cover all the events that, but it's, I've always found that quite interesting, that it gets so little traction and coverage, but it's good to be reminded, and those who have been reminded and who wish to fast, then I'm sure they will do so.
So, Alhaji, you have okay, so let's take a look at the story, Mr. Ade. We'll have to keep you here for a while. Sorry about that.
That's fine. No apologies needed.
All right. So let's take a look at this story, and then when we come back, we'll have a conversation with Alhaji A.F. Jallow.
Less than 24 hours after flash floods caused devastation in the Greater Banjul area and grabbed the headlines, heavy rain now threatened disaster in URR if the drainage system is not addressed. On Wednesday morning, the communities of Kabakama, Sambatako, Basending and Giroba woke up to realize that the area was flooded. According to the residents, this has been the trend for the past 4 years, and the problem is largely blamed on the newly constructed roads, which appear to be without a proper drainage system. At the scene, the governor of URR, Sambaba, and the chairman of Basi Area Council, Fode Danjo, said this problem has been reported many times to their line ministry with no action being taken to address it. They call on the ministry and all stakeholders to take swift action to end this recurring nightmare.
The responsible here, particularly coming to Giroba and Sambatako, is because of, I think, at least a very good road reserve and canals are not docked that is going to empty to the main river. What happened is, yes, the road has passed, but now the other factor of it, that is the drainage aspect of it, was not factored properly. And basically, honestly, that is what we are facing right now. You are going to see, yes, at some point there are certain compounds that we are demolished. But in some point when the road passes, there are certain compounds that are sitting on the waterway. So as a result, if those compounds are not demolished or the fences are not demolished for the water to pass, what do you expect to happen? The water is going to retreat back to the people's settlement, and this is exactly what happened. And this is over 3 years now. I have been coming to these settlements more than 3 years now, and I have been telling them the same thing, and I have been reporting this to Ministry of Works, to NRA, and you know, little has been done about it.
All right, that's a regional correspondent in Basse URR looking at the floods there in Basse. I think,
and we had the governor there.
We had the governor there.
Sambaba.
This is the importance of like showing that QTV is everywhere you go, telling the stories across the country.
I mean, the governor mentioned something important. He said he reported this, you know, almost everywhere. He reported this to the minister, those responsible. But it's like,
so Alhaji A.F. Jallow is on the line as we
have
speak.
Alhaji.
Yes, so Alhaji, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Janava.
Yes, so Alhaji, can you just give us a quick update as to the situation there in Basse due to the heavy downpour?
Yes, as we speak right now, still the residents of this very area, that is Basling, Kabakama, Sambatako, and the others, are still grappling with the nightmare of the last floods. If you go there right now, they are still trying to make sure to remove the water from their households. So that's what is going on right now, Geneva, in this area. We were also made to understand that it only doesn't happen in the area that are visited. There are so many places in URA that flooded. Yeah, particularly at the border, the newly constructed immigration post was completely, you know, submerged into water.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. In fact, I have sent a message to you guys, so that we will also discuss that, because this is all caused by the poor drainage system that is in place.
Yeah, so the governor was also talking about the fact that he's been talking to the responsible authorities in relation to this, but you know, there was no actual reaction coming from there, and he's been doing the necessary communication, which is quite unfortunate.
Right. Yeah, in fact, before the governor, the residents of this area have made a lot of protests. In fact, I was there several times when these people visited the governor's office to express their concern in relation to what is happening to them right now. Now we have had, the governor said he has also relayed the matter to the ministry's concern, but no action is taken. So now we are worried if the people respond. If you look at the road that has been newly road constructed, that passed through their villages to Fototo, on the side of the road, you can see the drainage. But the drainage that was put there, it is only for the road. When there is water, it will just drop down into. But what about the other water coming from the other side? Because we expect that the technicians here will be able to study the environment and advise the Chinese so that they will put up a proper drainage system in case if there is water. Because most of the people said they've lived here for over 50 years and such things have never happened.
So you're blaming it on that new development?
Yeah, that is what the people are saying. Yes, that is what the people are saying. Because I've spoken to most of them and this is what they have been telling me, that for the period that they have stayed here, such thing has not happened. So if the drainage system has been factored very well, it means our technicians and engineers have failed in this aspect.
So I see pumps and a generator and everything. Is that facilitated by the community or an authority in Basse?
Yes, what we have just seen there, the generator that we facilitated there, it is the Gambian military, the 3 Infantry Battalion of Basse. They went out yesterday. They were crisscrossing the length and breadth of URA. They were going around to give humanitarian services. So it is the military have been giving that service to the community to drain the water from households.
Right. So as we speak, what is the situation like?
Well, as of now, the situation is not normal. The people still there are fighting over with some of these problems. You know, we are this morning. I've also got information in around Fototo and the others. A similar thing is happening. So the problem is there should be action. You know, because we have heard what the authorities have said. The local government council have also mentioned they want to sit down and talk. There is no time for sitting down and talk.
You're demanding action here.
Yeah, the people are demanding action. You know, the last fortnight I've also reported in relation to this drainage, and I said if care is not taken, such disaster will happen, and that happened yesterday. So I think it's important for the officers concerned to take action. The other thing, Janaba, many people also, I can say, deliberately also settle on waterways. You understand?
That's also a problem. Like, as in,
it is the responsibility of the physical plan
to know,
to be able to advise governments for people where they are settling. Yeah, but physical planning in this aspect, they have also failed.
People can be reluctant. But again, can you just quickly talk to us about the relief services coming? Because we are aware that the Gambia Red Cross Society is actually providing relief services and all of that. So can you just update us in relation to that? Have they reached Basse?
Well, the relief service that we have just had was yesterday. Area Council said they have made a rapid response. Yesterday they gave 10 bags of rice and 5 liters of oil to these community affected areas. That is the only release that we have we've had and also have seen. But apart from that, nothing yet have reached to the authorities and also to the affected victims.
And also in here in the Greater Banjul area and the West Coast region, we see how authorities are also touring to check, to assess, to get first-hand information. So are you aware of any delegation from here to in Basse or in other areas as well there to assess? Because if you are assessing, obviously it has to be across the country to be able to know approaches to use. So is that happening?
Well, as we speak, it is only the regional authorities have been going around to assess the situation. We have not yet seen any authority from the national level, either from the ministry or from the national office of the National Disaster Management Committee, but the regional authorities on the ground, plus particularly the military and the governor's office and others, they have been going around to check the areas. But from the national office, as we speak,
nothing yet.
We can receive any for now.
All right, I have a question for Alaji. Alaji,
Yes.
Is there any point, you know, I think you were on the program, is it Monday? Yes.
Yes.
We talked about the Basse Kabakama Bridge.
Yes.
Is there any action taken?
Well, as we speak, like I said, we need action. No action has yet been taken. As we reported it on Monday, the same situation is persisting. That's persisted, and nothing is happening now as we speak, Balde. So, in fact, I questioned them in relation to that. What they had to tell me is, you know, we have all discussed with people to bring in bulldozers, because we are only hearing discussion. We have not seen action. After a period of 1 month, when you have seen disaster has happened, and we send a signal that if this drainage system is not fixed, there's going to be a problem. And these people are still discussing rather than taking action. So nothing is done by that.
Yeah, so I learned that many people are blaming the reason for the flood around Giroba Kunda end is the newly constructed Fatoto Road. I mean, is that so?
Yes, very well. In fact, almost all the victims that we have interviewed, we spoke to, they said the same thing. If you look at the story yesterday, you know, in fact, all of them spoke in that direction. And what they have said is this is caused as a result of the new development that came there. They welcome development, but the way in manner the development was made, some of the things were compromised. And that is as a result of our technicians who understand the environment. They fail to take the necessary decision. And this is why the people are suffering. Yeah.
But an assessment was done to determine this? Because we do not want to also jump into conclusion.
It will be constructed if there is no proper survey done. So
prior.
That assessment was done.
Okay.
Yes, it was done. So maybe the people that have made the assessment also did not include the community, because if you are doing an assessment, we understand the community, they understand the history of that environment. So the community needs to be involved. They will be able to advise those making the studies onto the environment.
No, I mean when the flooding already happened.
Yes.
And proper assessment was done to know that this is the cause. Because, you know, we don't want to jump into conclusion. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are.
Yes, because we do not want to like jump into conclusion to say this is the course without, you know, the experts coming to say, oh, this bridge came and this and this and this is not in a proper position for us to actually know what the problem is.
Yeah, but this is a simple.
Oh, it's common sense.
Okay. This is a simple thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have heard what all the authorities have said. You have heard the governor, and almost all those people coming for assessment, they have to pass through the governor's office. You understand? To do their activity. So the government has confirmed, you know, and authorities have confirmed.
All right, that's fine. But we still, Mr. Ade, the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes we just jump to say this is what this is without going through the right processes.
You're right.
We don't want to speculate.
Actually, I mean, yes.
Okay, so Alaji A.M. Jallo, thank you so much for joining us on the program, and keep the updates coming just so we know what's happening across the country. Thank you so much for joining us.
If I can jump in quickly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alaji. If I could jump in quickly.
Thank you, Mr. Ade.
Thank you.
Okay. The point that Jennifer makes, sometimes we react to these things in a kind of gut reaction, and I hear saying it's common sense. But sometimes we need the professional approach.
We do.
We need structural engineers. We need the constructors to actually give their assessment and say this is why the problem has happened. Otherwise, allegations are being made, obviously by the people who suffered.
For me, but, actually, I'm from Basse, and you know, I lived in Basse almost, you know, part of my life. I mean, I've never seen such kind of a flood in Basse before. You understand? So if at all people from Basse URR are blaming it on that development, I mean, I might also join them to say yes, this is the reason. Because we have never seen such a thing in Basse before.
Point.
No. Look at the flooding we're having now in the West Coast.
And Mr. Ade, the assessment is that for 3 decades, generally in Gambia here, for 3 decades, we've not had flooding as bad as this. So you can't, I don't believe in that. I believe in let them go check and come and tell me that this is what happened.
You cannot believe in that, but you cannot make people not to believe
I'm
in
not
what
saying
they
I'm
believe.
making people.
So
What I'm saying is,
these are
no,
things that people.
That's a dangerous. That's a dangerous road to go down.
And Ibrahima, you know what, Mr. Ade, I think Ibrahima needs to be addressed. You know why? Wait.
I don't need to be addressed.
You know why you need to be? Because Mr. Ade, you know what? We were talking about people accepting other people's perspectives. You know the last time we were talking about marriage and people were insulting me on social media because you said I'm changing people's mindsets, like you said now. So be careful with those things.
No, what I said.
I'm not changing anybody's
No,
mindset.
what I said here is no, allow me to land.
Well, I thought you had landed.
I thought you had landed.
I didn't land yet. What I said, I want this thing to be very clear. I have lived in Basse almost half of my life.
You said.
You understand?
You told us.
So what happened is now, before the construction of that Fatoto road, there was nothing like that, this kind of a flooding in Basse. So what I said is, I will join my people to blame the construction of that road until when authorities prove us wrong. You know,
no.
I mean, all these things.
You didn't say that.
You did not say that.
You did not say that last
time.
No, you had
No, you
stopped.
I did not land.
You had stopped.
No,
you had stopped.
I didn't land.
You had stopped.
Yes. Mr. Ade, you see me? I don't believe in just people telling me stuff without providing the proof in front of me. That's how I operate, and that's how, as journalists, we should behave.
And that's why I jumped in with what Balde said.
Most of the time, the things that people say, if you look at it deeply, there is, I mean, a form of a truth inside.
I don't have a problem.
Nobody's disputing that, but you said that you can't stop people believing what they believe.
I'm not
if
saying
you give them facts that counter what they believe, then they will change.
No, if you give them facts, but they do not give us any facts.
No, but in the absence of that, you can't say,
no, the problem that we have, I think authorities are failing their duties, you understand? If at all they have done their jobs, I mean, all these things would not have happened. People would not have blamed them. So we, listen, I mean, it's not just a matter of, I mean, experiencing disaster, at the same time bringing 10 bags of rice to at least support people. I mean, who cares about that? Nobody cares about that.
But at the end, it has to happen.
Well, even though,
but look,
I mean,
listen,
this is before it happens.
You know, before it happens, but you know, there's this saying that you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If they hadn't given them these 10 bags of rice and oil, you would be criticizing them.
Exactly.
You'd be blasting them.
We don't want 10 bags of rice. All that we want is the right thing to be done.
But the damage has already been done, Ibrahim. The damage has been done.
But that will not prevent us from saying this thing should have been done.
You don't get it there. I don't think you get my point.
I'm getting it.
My point is that generally, it's not only about the flooding, but just generally as a country, for us to move, we have to make sure we are guided by things.
You know, facts.
That's
the president
what I'm saying.
talked about statistics and data.
That's what
we're
I
talking
am
about.
saying.
We don't have, I mean, the right facts, the right things are not put in place.
Because what you based it on, what he based it on, Mr. Ade, to me, it does not sink in. You know why? Because in the Greater Banjul area, there are places that have never flooded before. And they have. It occurred.
Well, this is it.
It did.
And
so what are you saying?
No. What we're saying is that when they do the assessment, very, very quickly, the assessment might very well support.
It might not.
Yes. The assessment might very well support.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boost Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm. Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. That's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus, we innovate, others follow.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network. Want it? Order for it and pay quickly using QuickPay on the Q Money platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with Q Money by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
That short break, if you're just tuning in, you're
Yes.
watching QTV this morning. And now let's head right on to the click segment, gentlemen.
But before the click segment, I mean, we have something to announce to our viewers. From next week, we'll be starting a new segment. You said it's going to be pronunciation. You understand? So we're starting the pronunciation segment. If I ask people, Serekunda East, where you have the zone opposite the Serekunda East, what's the name of the zone? Many people will tell you it's Buva Zone. We call it the Buva Zone. I learned that it's not Buva Zone, it's Buffer Zone.
Yeah.
Buffer. It's called Buffer Zone. So, Mr. Ade, we have...
He's not mic'd, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So we have a whole lot of problems when it comes to pronunciation, but we will try by next week, to bring that segment. But now... yes, we'll go for the click segment now and I didn't smoke weed anyway.
Please,
it seems like you're on something, bro.
Skunk calling half so like Kunte.
Good morning, guys. I'm Skengman Suzy, and my guest is ST Brigama Boy. Welcome on the show, bro.
Hey, saluto, respect.
Respect, to be honest, man. My brother right there, man. Yeah, man. So today we're talking about his work that he's doing, tree planting, trying to venture into the climate change stuff, and trying to, educate people with his music as well. And ST is set to drop his album already. The album is halfway done. We're going to talk about all that today, man. And his trip to the UK as well, man. we're going to talk about that as well, man. But first of all, ST, let's talk about the ST Foundation. What brought the idea of you setting up a foundation?
Well, you know, I always wanted to make, you know, a positive change, you know, from where I'm from. So definitely, you know, when I had a platform and, you know, I had followers, you know, from shows to other events, I'm like, okay, why not use this platform for something, you know, positive, something that everybody could benefit from, you know. Yeah.
Nice, man. And recently, you know, you're now into the climate change stuff as well.
Yeah.
So what inspired that? That's why today I wanted to talk about that clearly, because I've seen the work you put in like the effort as well you put in as well, man. The manpower, you know, people are coming out to support you as an artist and you as the work that you're doing as well, man. What inspired the move, like switching up into the climate change stuff as well?
Yeah, like the same thing that made me, you know, think about, you know, starting up a foundation, you know, is to give back to the community. And I feel like we all have a role to play, you know, because the protection of our environment is everybody's business, you know. Yeah. And
I want us to talk about your environmental activism that you're doing as well, and the impact that you're trying to create into the life of the Gambian and the young people as well.
Well, you know, most of the trees, you know, that people cut now are not trees that, you know, they actually, you know, planted, you know. It's other people that did it, you know, and, you know, people today now can benefit from it, you know. So, you know, the young ones are the future, you know. So this tree planting would definitely benefit from them, you know. Because, like, trees are very important. Like you see this erosion that's happening, like the flooding and all that stuff. And with trees, you know, a whole lot of that can be reduced or stopped, you know. Trees, protection, shelter, you know, food, you know, so
this actually had a lot of purpose that
most definitely
use it for as well, man.
Yeah,
man.
You know, you can see that, you know, there's a lot of allegation currently when it comes to people, you know, generally shifting their attention to climate change.
Exactly.
You know, to many, when I tell them I report on climate change and disaster environment related matters, they'll be like, oh, that's where the money is currently.
Okay.
You know, that is the allegation on all of us that get to engage in it. Do you hear people tell you that to say, it's in this. That is why, man, I get that. I don't know if you get it. And how do you, you know, how are you dealing with that? To kind of prove to people that, well, you don't need to, that this is like a genuine cause, putting money aside.
Exactly.
Well, basically, you know, to tell you, this whole thing wasn't really started, you know, to make money out of it, you know, like that, you know. In fact, you know, when we started, we were putting like our own money into it. We had to buy seedlings. We had to reach out to people. We had to spend in so many ways. But like I said, you know, personally, everything that I have is the people that gave it to me. It's Gambia, you know. So anything that I do, you know, I try to do something that would positively make change in Gambia as well.
So I think we should just let go of whatever people are saying. Let's do us, obviously, you're going to have critics. You know, in anything you do, you have critics as well. So
that happens.
Don't really bother about whatever they're saying, man.
But mostly, honestly, I don't get calm. I've never gotten anything like that yet.
Actually, you've been doing good, even venturing before this. So people actually know the work that you're putting in the Gambia as well.
Genuine, bro.
Yeah, and now, how many places have you covered so far, like when planting trees?
To tell you the truth, I don't know exactly, but we have been to at least 10 places now. Yeah, and we will pretty much reach 1,000 trees soon.
Nice.
Yeah, so we passed 700 from the last time I checked. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I work with a whole team, and then you know.
Yeah, people handle.
Yeah, exactly. People handle different roles, so you know. But 1,000 trees, that's coming soon, bro.
Okay, that's actually that's a good step there.
Of course,
I think I should venture into this as well, man. So let's go for planting trees as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
looking forward.
You will be invited, you know, because part of the plan is also to get, you know, invite some influential people to join us, you know, at tree planting, you know, motivate young ones.
Exactly,
to, you know,
Well, that would be nice at least,
Please
man.
don't allow him to ask a question,
okay? We're going for a quick break, man. No, when we're back, break. Yeah, exactly.
How are you going to maintain these things?
We're going to talk about that. Okay. So for now, we're not playing music videos today, for now, but we're going to a quick music break. We're going to play a video of people, like different influential people, pledging to plant trees, actually. Yeah. So let's watch this and we'll be right back.
Through the ST Environment Awards Foundation this summer. Hi, I'm Aju Umi Jallo. I pledged to plant 5 trees this summer through the ST Environment Awards.
Hello, my name is Aliu Sow of Reliance Financial Services. I pledged to plant 10 trees through the ST Environment Awards. And I'm also pledging 100 trees on behalf of Reliance Financial Services. Remember, climate change is real. We have done our part. You can also do yours.
Hello, my name is Talib Ahmed Bensouda, Lord Mayor of the Carnifing Municipality. On behalf of the KMC, I plan to plant 100,000 trees through the ST Environmental Awards. We encourage all youths and all able Gambians to plant trees and protect trees for the sake of our environment.
Voice of the people representing all the people. Don't you get tired of tiring us? We're tired of you people.
Hello, my name is Usainu Gambia, a climate change activist and advocate. During this summer, I pledged to plant 10 to 20 trees through the ST Environmental Award in supporting the initiative and greening the summer. I call on every Gambian to support this initiative. I, Usainu Gambia, promise to be in all activities with this foundation. Climate change is a burning issue affecting us in the Gambia in particular and the world at large. Let's come together and support the ST Environmental Awards and making the Gambia the greenest and the cleanest city in the whole world.
Hi, my name is Nilan Fay and I'm with Global Properties. Global Properties are proud partners of the ST Million Tree Initiative. We're currently planting a lot of trees at our Greenville estate and are pledging to plant a lot more this coming summer.
Hi, my name is Mohamed Jagana. I'm pledging to plant 10 trees and donate 90 extra trees, making a total of 100 towards the ST Environmental Award. And I'm asking you also to go out and plant some trees in your neighborhood. Thank
you. Join the movement. 1 Million Trees initiative with the ST Foundation. Plant a tree to conserve our environment.
My people, African people, my people, black people.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's a nice one. Welcome back from that short commercial break, actually, man. So, ST, this is an amazing video, actually. Tell us a bit about this. How do you manage to put all these guys together? You know, because these people are like they are big influencers in the Gambia as well, man. You know, wherever they speak, people listen to them. Like the likes of Bensouda, and then you have the president of the Gambia Press Union as well, and other people in it as well, man. That's really amazing, man. So tell us about you putting this together.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, I have a whole team, you know, and it's not like, you know, personally, intellectual responsibility for everybody on the list. You know, we come together, we, you know, talk, we have our meetings, and then, you know, we come up with some names and stuff like that. But quite often, I mean, you know, these people are very influential and Gambia be along. So we also want to have them on the platform, Puruka Modul Fanangina, motivate, followers, so, you know, because Gambia be a call on that, you know. Yeah.
So, Jennifer, you said you were supposed to be part of it, but what happened?
Well, I just got busy, but I'm so sad I couldn't make it. But I just got busy, yeah.
Now, Esther, let's talk about your climate change environmental award that you guys are working on. I want you to tell us about it, actually, man, because I was surprised when I had you bringing up something different like this, trying to give awards to people that are also helping in the fight of climate change as well, man. So let's talk about you working on your award ceremony for these guys.
Well, you know, like we are gonna go to a lot of different environments, you know, plant trees, you know, because we are working with environments on planting trees as well. We're gonna start going to schools as well, because it's very important to put kids in the picture and all. But overall, we are trying to encourage people into, you know, participating, you know, and playing a role, because that's how we get to motivate a lot more to show appreciation for people's work. So what we will do is, we the places that we have gone to and we have give seedlings to, we would have to go there again to survey and then, you know, give awards based on, you know, how the turn-up came out. Yeah.
Nice. So these are like targeting schools. I thought this was going to target like maybe institutions, you know, looking at the Ministry of Environment, for example, maybe individuals there championing, maybe environmental negotiators globally in relation to the Paris Agreement, or local environmental activists. That was what I thought.
You were thinking as well.
That was what I was thinking. So this is like targeting schools?
No. What I was trying to say is, we are, because this is everybody's business, so everybody is involved. And you know, at some point people forget schools, but these young ones, they need to grow up with this mentality. So that's why we are trying to involve schools as well.
So
but they will be different. They're like that is gonna go to a whole different
category.
I just hope journalists, there will be a a category
for people that report on climate change as well.
People that report
exactly on climate change.
On climate change.
In that video.
No. But I'm always willing to support. But I'm always willing to support.
No, listen. Mr. Ade is right.
But I'm always willing to support. ST knows that.
Okay, no problem. We're talking about.
There should be a journalist.
We still got journalists, you know, coming to the planting.
Exactly. So I think me and you should go there as well, and you know, and support. Absolutely. You get it. We should go to the next tree planting as well. So now, Esther, let's talk about the deal you've signed with Outlaw Ocean Project. What impact do you think the deal is going to create for Gambians as well? Because the Outlaw Ocean Project, because Badara told me you signed a deal with the Outlaw Ocean Project. So I just want to know what impact you think the deal is going to create on Gambian people as well.
I'm not really...
You're not aware of that as well? Yeah, I think Badara should be putting you in the pictures.
No. Like, I've not really been talking to Badara a lot, you know, because we have sometimes we go to 3 different places for pre-planting, you know. So this weekend, Badara was, you know, around Makati. Exactly. They just got back yesterday evening, you know, so we haven't been really talking much. You know.
So now planting,
I'm sure that's a new development.
Exactly. So, you know, planting trees is one thing, but maintaining it as well is another thing as well. So are you having any team in place to make sure the trees are taken care of?
Yeah, that's why we work with communities, you know. We don't just go and plant trees and that's it, you know. In most of the places, we work with communities and, you know, that's how we get them involved into, you know, protecting the trees, you know, and all that stuff, you know. And out of the awards, there would be, you know, community awards too,
That's
you
good.
know.
That's a good one, man. And we're going for another break. We'll be right back. This one, we're going to actually watch some footage, pictures of ST and his team doing their thing as usual, man. We'll be right back after this break.
And if you on the beat.
Dunia be kibaro nkaliela mwena ngalu kibara microphone casado.
Believe in one.
back from that break. Esther, that's a good one, man. And I want to say congratulations for whatever you're doing. At least you're trying to create impact in the Gambia as well, man. And now after tree planting thing, let's talk about your trip to the UK, man. I realized that you're going to the UK for not only shows, but to meet other people as well and get to do your stuff as usually as well, man. So we want to know about that actually.
Well, you know, is the Gambian week going down in UK? Shout out to Yaram Arts because, you know, they're the ones taking me there, you know.
Exactly.
Well, the last time I went there, it was for awards, you know, so I didn't really have a work permit to perform.
Okay.
And this time is different.
This time is performance day.
And you know what ST is about, you know, promoting culture, entertainment, and, you know, socialization. So we'll also use that platform for positive. Yeah, positive.
That's a good one, actually. So what are you looking forward to in England? What do people expect from you, Adam? Because, you know, people always watch you for, like, overseas and be like, when are we going to attend ST shows, man, to be honest? Because I receive a lot of questions from people, like, trying to, you know, tell me, when is the next event? I want to fly through and come up and attend the event as well, man. And luckily, you're going over there as well to perform for them, man. What should people look forward to?
Well, I know it's going to be off the hook. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy. Most definitely, because like I said, it's going to be the first time I'm performing there. And I love first-time performances.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
For real,
exactly.
Man.
So,
they're always fun.
You know, Gambian or Minu Baby banter everywhere. Let them come out and support. You know, let's make this bigger than.
So, are you looking forward, like, to get any international collabos as well? Gambians based there, and, you know, other British artists as well.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I'm working on that.
You should work on that, bro.
I've got people working on that already.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully, just hope things go nice, and then, you know, a lot will be done.
Yeah, and back to that, actually, I was told your album is halfway done. To be honest, man, you know, it's a pleasure saying this here. This is my brother right here, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, man. He has worked on his album halfway done. So I don't know when he's deciding to drop it off, but let's talk about the album, bro. How many tracks should people expect from the album this year?
Well, I'm not really sure because what I do is I record songs, but sometimes, you know, like, say I don't like the song, so mantakala album auto, you know.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's never really certain with numbers, but say at least a dozen songs.
That's like 12 songs, man, off the album.
Yeah.
And have you decided on the name on what you're gonna name the album this year?
Nah, every day I keep thinking about it. Every day I think about it every day.
I think very important question. You know, when I attend COP or I attend any climate-related conference, I see how influencers like ST are climate negotiators.
Exactly.
You know, just recently I was in Indonesia and I saw how poets, you know, are sitting on the table, you know, trying to give opinions as to things. So do you plan to go that far to actually go to events such as the COP, the you know, other climate-related issues to actually negotiate for things?
Well, to tell you the truth, you know, like, since I started this, it's been very motivational.
Oh, okay.
You know, say after the first tree planting, the second, the third, you know, it was so. People would literally call me like, "Yo, where are you going this weekend?"
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, we want a whole lot. Yeah. Sometimes I forget to call people; they page me and get mad about it. You know, like that. So with me, you know, yeah, anything can happen.
Exactly.
But we're pushing this to the maximum, and we're gonna make sure 1 million trees
are planted in Gambia.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he'll be going to the COP in Egypt. I just hope the ministry is watching. These are the individuals
that should go and attend it. Actually,
go to these events.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
To be part
yeah.
of,
So I think they should really consider that as well,
yeah,
man.
it's important.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now, off that, bro.
Thank you.
The album, man. The album as well, man.
Yes.
Any international collabos from the album?
No,
we need to know. We need to be like, everything needs to be clear on the show.
Okay, to tell you seriously, there might be an international collabo.
Okay.
But it's a whole complete different game plan this year.
Okay. What is the concept of the album? Is it about the previous concept that used to work on the culture of Gambia and your life and the hood life and stuff like that, or is it just a different perspective this year?
It's a different thing this year because, like I said last year, you know, I try not to do the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I try to, you know, be as much flexible as I can be. So last year album was meant to be more of entertainment, dancing, and the album was very jumpy. Yeah, because that's the direction, you know, I wanted to take with the fans. And this year I wanted to do something completely different, you know, so we go to, say, our social issues, you know, we go to, say, the ST you knew before.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So there's gonna be a
whole
lot of
vibe,
rap,
but the same ST as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Exactly,
most definitely,
man. Yeah, man. So when are you thinking of dropping the album? Is it gonna be December this year? Or is it gonna be next year?
Yeah, I chose December.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure because we are yet to confirm with the venue. Yeah, there might be some little complications.
Why ST? I'm not even for to face the cabinet.
Like, come.
Dama fi dee comme ñuy wax naan dama fi dee seede yàlla dama fi dee ñuy wax naan xam nga sometimes sa album bi du dee jee after nga dem start comme dang dee jaay nit ñi gaaw ndax loolu dëgg la album bi xam nga jeexut sa complétut sax nga dem ST dóor sa 1 2 3 tracks si album bi nga dox sa dox man dama bëgg a xam I don't know.
Well,
xam nga dëkk bi yuñ dee dégga ni si
so one thing la xam for sure.
Wow.
Like bala comme cela, for example, suma last album bi before album bi mu génna si boppam is like 5 tracks génna nen.
Exactly.
yoo xam ne yëpp video la.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I was to say put an extra track on that, you know, based on time, it could even be an album of its own. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Just that do de muna gene song si yep because you ku nekk dafa artist bu nekk dafa am different game plan that. But I want you to listen to some of the songs now that would make you eager to listen to the whole album
as well.
But after the launch, I want you to listen to the rest of the songs too.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes tell me then they dugal sing lifin be online. Music album be online. So that they deal time put you evaluate for copyrights. Like all that.
We are looking forward to the album.
Soon.
I can't wait to go to the
soon.
Same here as well, man. I think we should go to a bigger venue than the Estat. But SD, bigger forest will be able to bigger forest.
Look,
to the forest, man, to be honest.
Telephone corona ta purka finko ke nin album mo bundi mo beat do. Honestly,
I know. You
I got videos
to
see, but because of a different lele, it's gonna be different, you know. And
nice,
I'm fan, so I cannot wait.
Yeah, man, exactly, man. So we're about to wrap it up, man. But Bale, I'm turning 27 tomorrow, man.
Oh my God.
27. Exactly, man.
You're not 27, Buba. You're 25 years old. You think you can
pull up?
Mr. Day, he's 25. He's 24 turning 25.
Yeah, man. I'm older than you.
No. Buba is 24 going 25. I'm not joking.
In 5 years' time, he'll be lying his age and reducing it rather than adding on to it.
You are adding because you want to be older than me.
You know what's wrong here? Something is wrong with Jennifer. You know why? She's older than me.
I'm older than you.
Okay.
Your baby anyway.
We want to see your birth certificates, both
bring
of
your
them.
I'll bring mine.
We saw his birth certificate and it was like 97.
We want to see yours.
Look at 97. Are you joking for real? No, I'm not. I'm not 97, to be honest, man. Anyway. So I'm turning big 27 tomorrow, man. I want to say thank you, Mom, for raising me to be a handsome man for real, man. And, you know.
Okay. Who said you're handsome?
Let other people tell you you're handsome.
Of course I'm handsome.
And part of your birthday resolutions is to stop wearing.
Good brands. Louis Vuitton. Good brands.
Okay.
Flyboy, exactly, man. So ST, it was fun having you in the studio, man, to be honest. And we're looking forward to stuff that you're putting together, your trip to the UK, the album launch and other stuff as well, man. I'm really looking forward to that, man. Keep me updated with whatever you're doing. I'm going to make sure we support in any way that we can as well, man. And don't forget, invite us to the tree planting. Surely we're going to pull up. Me, Jenna, and Bale are going to come over as well and help you do the stuff as well, man.
Thank you. We have
already read it. It's the one he read.
Oh, it's the one
the very one he read.
Oh, it's the very one that Ibrahim read, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council, in collaboration with the Office of the Imam Ratib Banjul, wish to inform all Muslims in the Gambia that the first day of Muharram, the first month of the Islamic calendar, 1/4 was on Saturday, the 30th July 2020. In view of the above, Muslims are reminded the importance of fasting these 2 days, the 9th and 10th of Muharram, as reported by the Prophet. Peace and blessing of Allah be upon him. In this regard, the council is hereby congratulating all Muslims and the Muslim Ummah in general in the Gambia and beyond on the New Year. May Allah the Almighty blessing, peace, stability and unity in the Gambia and the Islam. I'm afraid that is all we have time for till we come your way next week. Bye for now.